Hello back DIY jewelry fans. So today we're gonna make this bracelet which has got a little hippie or bohemian chic style. All the materials needed are gonna be in the description below, in the description box. I'll write it all down there. So you're gonna cut a piece of the macrame cord and fold it in half. And it needs to be a little bigger than the size of your wrist. And the little ring you're gonna do in the end, a little loop, that's the place where you have to measure how big it needs to be for you to fit your button. So, and then you can start sewing all the beads. And we're gonna start with the blue beads, which are the bigger beads. And so get prepared to start sewing your beads. You'll have to start sewing your bigger beads, the blue beads, from one side to another. Remember to leave a little loop, which is the space for you to fit your button, as you can see there. And so you're going to go from one side to another side, never sewing on top or underneath the cord, because you don't want the thread to be showing when you're wearing your bracelet. So that's how you're going to do until you reach the length you want for your bracelet. So now we're going to do our second layer, and for this second layer you're going to need another piece of cord, and this piece of cord needs to be exactly around the same length as the first cord. And we're going to start adding a little smaller bead, which is the red bead that I'm going to use there to do the second layer. So let's start threading from one side to the other there, making sure you keep your cord exactly in the position as needed here to make the second layer. So let's start threading it from one side to the other side, and it's pretty simple. There is really no difficulties in this. And make sure you don't make your thread showing on top, okay, of your cords. So here I actually added not only the red beads, but I also added this very beautiful green bluish beads around the curve. I could have gone just using all the red beads, but I didn't, just to give it a little charm. And so now let's start making our third layer. For this third layer that needs to go around on top of the red and this blue greenish beads, instead of adding this other cord, which is totally possible, I could add that, I'm just gonna add some beads. So this third cord is really not necessary because I thought that the finishing there would be too thick. So where I'm putting my finger there, I thought it would be too thick. So let's not do that, and let's just do the third layer with the white beads and this little seed beads that are kind of dark red color, a little earthy tone. And so let's add the white bead and then the seed bead, and then go back with the thread through the white bead and then through the cord. And that's how we're going to start our third layer. And let's do it all around the bracelet. So here again I'm going to go with the thread on the cord, add the white bead, and then add the dark red bead, and then go back with the thread inside of the white bead and then the cord. So let's keep doing this. And so now you can see that I have finished all the white beads, but also in between all the dark red beads I have added some little blue seed beads and also some little white beads. But around the curve in there I had to add just a little, instead of just one white seed bead, I added 2 seed beads just to make the curve exactly the size it was needed. And now we're going to do the finish part here. We're going to have to add our button. And before adding our button by sewing it, we need to thread all the cords together.